Hey guys, I am back again. I stopped at a place that I've eaten at before. Well, I've got stuff from before, but I've never done a video on it. And I stopped off at Dunkin' Donuts. Mine's a Dunkin' Donuts Baskin-Robbins combo deal. I got a large iced macchiato, no extra flavors added. I've never tried this, so let me mix it up a little bit here. And then I got a dozen donuts. Some for me and some for the rest of the family. Alright, let's taste this. She asked me if I wanted extra flavor or any other stuff added to it, and I just said no, because I don't usually get like iced coffees all that often, or macchiatos or anything. It could be a little sweeter though. Tastes like a cold cup of coffee with just milk or creamer in it. And then I got a dozen donuts, so for all of that it was $15.24. Let me see if I can show you guys the donuts without flipping them all over the place. So take your pick. I think I will. Oh no. Alright, so I got a couple Boston cream, some chocolate frosted, some regular glazed, some regular cake donuts, chocolate with sprinkles, and then vanilla with sprinkles. I'm going for Boston cream because those are my favorite. Now, I've talked about Dunkin' Donuts before. They're not my favorite by far. They taste very processed to me. Very artificial flavor. They're not horrible. There's where they put the cream in. We'll see how much goes in there. Uh-oh. Let's see a little bit. And it's coming out the bottom too. So I went back to the doctor again today for my blood pressure check and more blood work. So it's 11:30. This is the first thing I've had to eat all day. Because my blood work was fasting blood work, so I couldn't eat or have anything to drink before I went in. So all I've had was water and black coffee. And I'm parked out close to a gym. And it's weird, because half of the people are parking way back in the back of the parking lot where I'm at, and they're walking all the way to the gym. And they're all like dressed up in their gym outfits and, you know, their bags and their gallon jugs of water and stuff like that. And then the other half is parking like as close to the front door as they can get. Like, what's the point of that? You know, if you're going to work out, why not park in the back of the parking lot and walk, you know? I don't know. Just an observation. And the gym is right here next to the ice cream and the donuts and anything else. Some wings, and that's pretty much it as far as food. There's an Aldi back there, but this one's got a good bit of cream in it though. So the doctor the other day put me on lisinopril, which is a blood pressure medication. and my blood pressure's not coming down like she was expecting it to. So she increased the dose, like she doubled it. And then as I'm checking out and like getting ready to go get my blood taken, she comes back out and comes up to the counter and she's like, "Are you breastfeeding?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh shit, I didn't tell you that I was still nursing Munch." And she was like, "I'm gonna switch the medication. I don't want you taking the lisinopril because there's no like data on whether it affects babies or not." And she was like, "I know that she's almost 2, so it probably wouldn't, but I want to be on the safe side, so I'm gonna switch it." So then she put me on like hydrochlorozine or something. I've never heard of it. Sounds like the generic name. So I'll let you know whenever I get the prescription and find out what it is. But I really like her. Like, for her to try to think about everything. Because she knows that I have the 3 kids and stuff. And I told her that I still nurse Munch. And I don't think it like popped in her head the other day, and I didn't even think of it either. Like in the beginning, whenever I would see doctors, and like if I went to the doctor for antibiotics, I would always tell them, "Hey, I'm nursing. It needs to be something that's okay with Munch." But she came back out this time and was like, "Are you still breastfeeding her?" "Yeah." That Boston cream was pretty good, guys. I might have to eat the other one. Scott might be bad. He's going to the doctor there too at 1:30. It's got all these little pokey holes in it. Why are those there? So that's a little hole where they stick it in to put the filling in. And some places they'll put like a whole bunch of filling, and then other places they put like a teeny little bit, and it's like, how can you call that a filled donut? At least they're fresh. They're not like dried out or anything. But I still got the okay for my surgery. So that's a go for Tuesday. I think I'm finally coming to terms with getting it done, and I'm thinking it's going to be a lot worse than it is. And I think it's because I'm remembering my previous surgery, which was way more extensive, way more cutting, way more taking stuff out and moving stuff around than this one is. And I'm remembering how that surgery was and how long it took me before I could start walking, and all the physical therapy and the pain and all that kind of stuff. So this one's not going to be hardly as bad. All these gym rats are coming out, and they're like walking past me, seeing me eating my donut. Oh, and the doctor sending me to a cardiologist too. She said, "I don't think anything's going to come back on it. I think everything's going to be fine. I just want to be sure, you know, to make sure that..." Because I told her I never had any problems with my blood pressure until I got pregnant with Logan. As soon as I got pregnant with him, like, my blood pressure started to just go up. And I've been on blood pressure medication all 3 pregnancies. I had preeclampsia with all 3 babies. I was high risk with all 3 of them. So she's sending me to a cardiologist to make sure that the way she said it, she wants to make sure that, like, my valves haven't, like, changed or, like, gotten bigger or smaller or something like that from being pregnant. Because usually if you have preeclampsia or if you have, like, high blood pressure during pregnancy, it goes away after you have the baby. Mine, like, my blood pressure whenever I was having Aria, oh my god, it was so high. Like, I felt like I was gonna die a couple times. My blood pressure was so high. Like, almost blacking out and stuff. My blood pressure was so high with her. I had to spend a month and a half in the hospital before I had her. The blood pressure got so high that she tried to come 4 different times and they had to stop it. And they ended up giving me the shot to help mature her lungs and everything. And they stopped labor 4 times because they were like, we don't want her to come out yet, she's not ready. And then after the 4th time, they said, okay, if it happens again, we're just gonna go ahead and let you go. And I was like, okay, cool, come on, Aria, let's go, let's do this. And then her ass was like, nope, I'm just gonna stay put. And then they had to go and induce me and have her come out that way. I can't really compare, like, all 3 of their births, because I had 2 vaginal births and then 1 C-section with Munch. I would say, as far as the 2 vaginal deliveries, Aria was harder, but she was also almost a pound heavier than Logan. And, like, when they gave me Pitocin, my body is like, nope, okay, we're gonna get you out now. Like, there's no waiting. So I labor and deliver really, really fast. Like, the doctor had to literally catch Logan. She was like, oh yeah. Oh no, 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 my camera.